On a hot summer morning in 1918, just outside the city of Nashville, two massive passenger trains, each carrying hundreds of people, raced toward each other on the same stretch of track. Neither engineer knew what was coming. Neither train slowed down. And at 7:20 a.m., steel met steel. The crash was so violent, so explosive, so devastating that it became known forever as the Great Train Wreck of 1918, the deadliest railway disaster in American history. This is the true story of the day when tragedy struck at full speed, and the heroes who rose from the wreckage. It was July 9, 1918, a Tuesday. The city of Nashville was waking up to another humid Tennessee morning. On that day, two trains operated by the Nashville, Chattanooga and St. Louis Railway prepared for their usual routes. Train number 1 westbound from Memphis, train number 4 eastbound from Nashville. Both trains were packed, laborers, farmers, soldiers heading to bases, mothers with children and families traveling between towns. The locomotives were huge iron beasts, steam-powered, loud, fast, and incredibly heavy. At the time, rail travel was the heartbeat of the nation. People trusted these trains with their lives. But on this day, the system that kept the rails safe would fail. The disaster started with a simple human error, a mistake at the Dutchman's curve signal tower west of Nashville. Railway workers believed train number 1 had already passed through the section of track. But it hadn't. And because of that single assumption, they cleared train number 4 to enter the same one-track line. Two trains. One track. Heading straight for each other. Meanwhile, the engineers on both trains had no idea. They accelerated. Steam roaring. Wheels pounding the rails. These machines could reach 50 to 60 miles per hour, nearly unstoppable due to their massive weight. Passengers relaxed. Some read newspapers. Some napped. Children looked out the windows. No one knew that ahead of them, the deadliest collision in American railway history was seconds away. At 7:20 a.m., on a curved section of the track surrounded by thick woods, the engineers finally saw each other, far too late. Witnesses reported hearing a thunderous sound like two explosions happening at once. The locomotive smashed head-on, their combined force equivalent to hitting a wall at nearly 120 miles per hour. The front cars disintegrated instantly, metal twisted like paper, wood splintered into deadly shards. Boilers exploded. Steam burst out, scalding anyone nearby. Cars piled on top of one another. Passengers were thrown through windows, crushed under seats, trapped beneath burning wreckage. The sound shook the ground. The air filled with smoke, screams, and the roar of steam escaping under deadly pressure. In seconds, a peaceful morning had turned into a nightmare. Survivors stumbled out of the crushed cars, bloody and disoriented. Some were dazed. Some cried for help. Others searched frantically for family members. Nearby farmers heard the explosion and rushed toward the scene with nothing but bare hands and courage. They climbed onto toppled railcars, pulling people from the wreckage. They formed human chains, passing the injured down the embankment. Men used axes to cut through wood and steel. A woman named Ann Roberts, a nurse traveling on one of the trains, crawled through debris to attend to the wounded, even though she herself was injured. The smell of steam, burning coal, and splintered wood filled the air. Smoke rose high above the trees. When firefighters arrived, they found an unimaginable scene. Cars crushed like tin cans, bodies trapped beneath iron, screams echoing across the curve. But even in the chaos, acts of bravery shone through. A father shielded his son with his own body. A soldier pulled 3 strangers from a burning car. A teenager helped transport the wounded long before medics arrived. The human spirit fought back that day, even as tragedy unfolded. The final death toll was staggering. At least 101 people lost their lives, and more than 170 were injured, many severely. It remains the deadliest train accident in US history. Doctors set up emergency stations on the grass nearby. Church bells rang across Nashville as the city learned of the tragedy. Newspapers called it the Great Calamity at Dutchman's Curve. Families arrived at the scene in tears, searching for loved ones. Some found them injured. Others didn't find him at all. An investigation revealed what many feared: the wreck was preventable. The cause? Human error, miscommunication, outdated technology, lack of automatic signals. The tragedy led to major reforms in American railway safety, including improved signals, communication systems, and fail-safes to prevent a disaster like this from ever happening again. The Great Train Wreck of 1918 remains a haunting reminder of how fragile life can be, and how quickly routine can turn into tragedy. But it also stands as a testament to courage. Those who rushed into fire and steel to save strangers, those who risked everything to bring others home, and those whose sacrifice changed railway safety forever. What would you have done if you were on that train? Let me know in the comments. Like this video if you want more real survival stories, and subscribe for new episodes every day. Also share this story to honor the lives lost that day.